Thank you, Sahani sir. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This is the 1659th day of continuous webinar conducted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Today, our guest is Dr. Professor Devangi Pandya. Let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. Thank you all. The International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy comprises of homeopathic lovers, students, and doctors. We have 3 sessions every day. The first session of the day is already over in Hindi from 7:30 to 9:30. And we have the international session in English from 9:30 to 8:30 to 9:30, and from 9:30 to 10:30 we have a local language session. We are uploading the videos of the sessions on the very next day itself, so that those who missed the session can watch it again. You can share it with your friends as well as homeopathic lovers, so that the purpose of the forum is to take homeopathy to every home around the world. Today, let me come to today's guest. As you all know, Professor Dr. Devangi Pandya has completed MD Homeopathy and MBA in Hospital Management. She is the professor working at the Department of Repertory, and she is a PG Guide, Alumni, and CP Coordinator at HMC. She has more than 13 years of teaching experience at Ahmedabad Homeopathic Medical College, Ahmedabad, and she is a consultant physician at Davia Homeopathy Clinic, South Bhopal, Ahmedabad. She is a member of WICC Gujarat Child Care Council, and she has already presented so many papers in this forum. Last time, she has presented a paper on BACH flower remedies, and this time, BACH flower remedies group 2 will be discussed. So we are proudly welcoming Dr. Devangi Pandya to this session. Welcome, madam. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I wholeheartedly thank you and congratulate also, sir, that you all are doing such a great efforts to encourage future homeopaths and giving us the platform. So thank you very much, which is a continuous efforts from your side since 1659 episodes. It's a huge task to take over. So really great of it, sir. So, shall we proceed, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So, today's my topic is the second group of batch flower remedy. The first one was fear group, and now it is uncertainty. This group is uncertainty. Whenever we have unsurety, when we are not sure about anything, or when there are scopes where the decision making is affected, or there are much doubt or queries, confusions, then that is under the uncertainty group. We have 6 remedies into it: Cerato, Gentian, Gorse, Hornbeam, and Scleranthus and wild oat. These are the 6 remedies of this group. Here in this batch flower remedy, as we know that it is related to the emotions, related to the feelings which the patient is having. And we also relate them as if there are any ailments on the mental aspect, then that can also be reflected on the physical plane. So once we understand the theme of the remedy, the lot of things can be cleared up very well. Understanding the theme will give the whole picture of the drug, and that will help to differentiate this 38 remedies beautifully to cure the patient. So the first remedy is Cerato, where the theme is lack of self-esteem, that is self-worth, the realization that the person is worthy, the person is capable of something, that worth is not there. The person doesn't have that inner built, that the sense of being worthy should be there. So first and foremost theme of this remedy is lack of self-esteem. It belongs to the family Plumbaginaceae, having flower lobed corolla within it, which is violet in color, and it grows between summer to mid-fall. When there is uncertainty, that is lack of self-worth, the worthiness is not there. What will happen? The most and foremost thing would be lacking in the confidence level. With the lack of confidence, there would be lacking in the clarity. When there is confusion, when there is lacking in the confidence level, the clarity is not there about any situation, then the decision making is affected badly. Continuously, there would be the doubts which would be coming up again and again. The situations will not be predictable. There can be any circumstances which are coming up randomly, and the person will not be having sufficient information also, because they cannot judge their own decision. They cannot think that whatever they are doing is right or wrong. So the clarity will be missing and the doubt will be increasing. They will not be able to judge their own decision. Here we will go ahead in that. We'll come to know what is the thing again. But there is lack of faith in their own judgment, and this uncertainty will not allow them to think about what is right and what is wrong. Because of these things, they keep trusting others very bad. Like they would be persistently looking after help from one or the other person. And they also built up a lot of faith in them. If they are reading some books, then they feel that the things which are mentioned in a particular book is only the perfect thing which they should follow. If they are going or following some guru, like if they are visualizing someone repeatedly, then they will feel that no, the saying being told by this person is only the best thing. And they will make it as so much important for their life that for each and every decision they would be dependent upon such books or some type of people whose advices they feel that is the only thing they should be doing. They don't share their knowledge or their experience because they do not have confidence to do so, and always follow others very blindly. In this case, they will also lack it when the Cerato kid is there. The kid will not question the teachers in the classroom because they do not have that confidence. But at the same questions to solve their queries. They are not sure about what they have to do or what they want to ask. And because of the same thing, they will keep on asking questions which are not relevant to the subject, or their confusion about a topic doesn't get cleared up so easily, lack of confidence or lack of clarity. There are all the types of dilemma, means the decision making is affected, whether there is selection of a college, purchasing anything, or deciding about any situation. Each and every aspect is in confusion. Now, physically, when there is confusion, when there is lacking in confidence, what can be the symptoms which can come up? It can be stammering of speech, that is again the speech problem, nervousness while appearing on the stage or while there would be doubt and suspicion. They have a tendency to eat lots of ice cream, and that is why they suffer with URTI or sinusitis also very frequently. Positive potential means when the a Cerato as a remedy is administered, then how it can help the person. As we know, it works with emotion, it works on intuition. The same things with it when the remedy has been given. It will help women specifically to help emotional and physical balance. So when the female is into their menopausal stage, this remedy can be much helpful to them. It also promotes self-esteem. Means the worthiness of oneself can be very well achieved if Cerato is administered. If one feel worthy, then there will be automatically self-love which will be generated very well. It will also give positive energy. It also reduces retention of water as a physical symptom. A person definitely will be very much enthusiastic and it will help to cure their symptoms related to the speech. It obviously will clear the confusion state also. So trusting the intuition, building self-confidence and making decision very easy. Then there are good combinations in batch flower remedies, which help to come out in many type of situations. Like when Cerato and Aspen together, then it will cause or the future clarity much better. Aspen is having fear of. There are two things which are marked Aspen and Mumulus. Mumulus is having fear of known things, while Aspen is having fear of unknown things. The fear as well as confusion or lacking in decision. When Cerato and Aspen is given, it clears the confusion related to the future. When Cerato and Clematis is given, it helps to focus with concentration. There is one case which is mentioned here where Cerato helped that patient. It is a case of a 68-year-old lady. What she is saying, how she is revealing her complaint. I always know what I really want to do, but I find it difficult. But I find that I must have it confirmed by several others. So here she wants surety from others for her own decision making. What she will say, with me, I usually follow the majority vote. She will keep on asking people, and then that is what she will follow. And mostly it doesn't end in the way I want it. It is foolish of me, and people tell me I the symptom of children. And I get very tired too and suffer from sinusitis very severe times, and I feel desperate with the pain. So here Cerato and cherry plum both were given to that patient. For lack of trust in her judgment, Cerato, and for desperation, cherry plum was given. She got much better with both the remedies and continued Cerato for several months, so the repeat episode wasn't being found. The next remedy is Gentian. Here in Gentian, there is doubt of future. Now, these themes are very important. As we have understood the theme of Cerato, here the theme is totally different. The theme is doubt of future or superstition about it. They have discouragement and negativity. It belongs to Gentianese family. Which are the fears over here? There is fear of being failing in exam because of doubt. They don't have clarity about, there was lacking of confidence. Here there is doubt, more of doubt. There would be failure in exam because they are not clear about what they are learning, or they are getting much discouraged about the same. And that is why there is fear that they will not be performing the way they should do. And there is failure, they have fear of being failing in exam. They have unknown fear, as if today is not a good day. And that fear will again lead to doubt way into a higher extent. Because of their doubts and their confusion, prolonged confusion, they will miss many opportunities. They will not be able to perform well, or they will not be able to do what they want to do in that particular time. Like if somebody is keeping on thinking about one thing, then the thing what they should be doing, that will be surely missed out. In same way, they will also miss the opportunity to have a good job. They will miss it because they are continuously doubtful whether I should opt for this place or not. They keep on looking for it, but they will not be able to decide for it. This uncertainty also will reflected in their relationship, and because of the same they will not have the acceptance very readily. So it is not so that this symptom is reflected on one plane, but this doubt would be running into the whole sphere of this remedy or in each and every aspect of their life situations. And when such things keep on occurring again and again without solving their main issue, they will keep on doing these mistakes again and again, and that will lead to a grief state or a depressive state. The child always having doubt and worries, which will obviously have less grades. The intelligence is not affected here, but the capability to think about something is affected. Their confusions are different, their uncertainty is different. And finally, they lose hope, which will cause a depressive or sad state. Here, the child can be easily singled out, those whose parents are about to get divorced. Then that child would be discouraged easily and will give up easily. This fear leads to the discouragement and disheartedness. They will have lack in faith in God also because they are discouraged, because they are disheartened. They will again feel that this pattern is going on with me every time. And thus, this pattern is going on with them every time. Without correcting themselves, they will get hopeless. And being hopeless, they will again lose faith in the Almighty. That there is nothing good about my life, and this is what I am going through always. They always sees then negativity, think negative. They would always be having grudges and negative feelings for others, as if these people are doing so well, but I am not doing. But their main theme is if corrected, then they can master their emotions very well. Physical symptoms which appear in such patients are acne, psoriasis. They develop after losing hope or when they are disappointed. Because of their negative attitude, they lack strength to fight even physical illnesses. So, such symptoms, deep seated diseases like psoriasis, can also trigger. This remedy is having antioxidant property in it. That is why it helps very well to improve the digestive system. Gentian's roots are also used to treat mad dogs and if they bite or venomous beasts. What is the positive potential? It will surely give lots of encouragement. When the encouragement is good, it will help to clear out challenges in life. That discouragement and disheartedness can be removed. When they can clear the challenges in their life, their hope will increase. It will turn hopelessness to hopefulness. It also helps to treat sadness and depression. It helps to increase the lightheartedness and being optimist. It can also bring optimism. Again, a case of this remedy. A female patient aged 50 years old as an after effect of hysterectomy. She felt overtired and suffered from acute attacks of deep depression. When even trivial things went wrong, means slightest things when were not corrected, then her symptoms worsened badly. Felt like a fool to be so discouraged. Gentian was prescribed for the depression and olive for her weariness. And then 1 month later, she reported that she did not have attacks of depression and was very much better in every way. Then the prescription was repeated to keep her into the state for few months. Now we know that in batch flower remedies, we have scopes of giving 7 remedies together. Means the authors have told that if required, 7 remedies maximum can be used together. And it works very well into various types of feelings. So that is how even these 2 remedies worked very well. Recently, I had one female patient. She suddenly came up and was tearful, too much tearful, weeping like anything. And the symptoms what she gave were, I don't know why I am feeling like crying, but I cannot control it. I have I have lots of negative emotions at present, but I don't understand why I am so much tearful at present. Please help me, and I don't want to stay alone. I don't know what fear is there within, but if I'll be alone, then I'll be into a bad state. Do something of this. This was the only history what she gave. On going through this detail, because of causeless weeping, I had administered her cherry plum along with mimulus because of the fear of being alone. And within 20 minutes, she said that I am relieved. I had given her QDS 4 times a day for 3 days, and she felt far better from her that state. The next third one, that is Gorse. Gorse is having hopelessness and despair. The first one was having lack of self-esteem. The second one was having doubt, and now this is hopeless. So it is a state ahead. Then there is depression in Gentian, but in Gorse there is complete hopelessness. They feel that there is no hope, especially when the sufferer is having chronic type of diseases. Then they feel that by any means they are not going to recover from their current state. They feel nothing can be helped out to them for their situation. And they have lots of heart complaints also. They feel lot of hurt within. When there is complete hopelessness, there cannot be any ambition staying into it. They will not be interested in any of the things. So there is lack of ambition. So everything into this batch remedy starts from the theme. Once the theme and then the correlation of each and every symptoms is after one another. They feel nothing will work for them now onwards. Again, this leads to downheartedness. And they also have the feeling like arsenic that the disease is incurable. Physically, they can have dark circles around their eyes and they have a sick look. They have resignation. They are not interested in talking to others. They have apathy. They are not interested in describing their symptoms to others because they feel that there is no hope. Why I should be discussing about my ailments to anyone else? Then they will also have autoimmune disease like asthma, ulcerative colitis, and chronic debility. When a word comes like autoimmune, automatically there is hopelessness. And when it is into a such level, then gentian can be thought of along with the chronic, the medicine which is being prescribed homeopathically. Any of the remedies in this, as there is hopelessness or uncertainty, it will always give encouragement. It will always give hope. So the positive potential in this remedy is giving encouragement, regaining hope and faith, which will help to have a brighter future, help not to give up. So person will have strength. They will have strength also into from their debilitative state. In even in such diseases like cancer or any chronic illnesses, they will have much hope about themselves, or they will at least be able to face their current state into a better manner than what they actually were going through. Lack of relief or lack of cure is markedly relieved after the Gorse is being administered. And that will again bring positive changes, encouragement, and optimistic attitude. Emotionally, they will let go the despair, reconnect with the inner self, and cultivate a habit of thinking positively. These remedies can be also used as a palliative remedy in devastating state. Means the hope is not there, recovery is doubtful. Then the remedy can also be used as Gentian can be used in that form. It can also be used to give a peaceful death. I've not seen such case or being heard of it, but it is mentioned in the book that when the person, elderly person, is on the deathbed and uh, unable to give up or is suffering, then this remedy can be used to give them peaceful death. Let us see a case. It is a case of a male patient who is expected from much life and is depressed. 10 years before, while in the Navy, he suffered from dry and deeply cracked hands in the winter and dry and scaly skin in summer. These conditions persisted and he felt gloomy and hopeless about his hands, as he did about everything else in his life. Gorse and crab apple were prescribed, and he reported for the first 2 days he felt very tired and sleepy, but after that, much more vital and active. The fingers began to feel, but owing to frosty weather, he had a slight worsening. A month later, he reported that he was feeling much more lively and had healed completely. He was treated for 2 months. So here the sufferer began to feel brighter and better by himself and more hopeful, and depression was also reduced. Now the fourth remedy which we have is procrastination. One of the major thing which I see in many of the young generations these days, the delaying of things, the laziness. It can be because of the food habits also, because of the routine they follow, because of overindulgence into social media, where people will be keeping on sitting at one posture without doing what they should be doing every time. And that always led to a lazy habit, and that laziness will delay each and everything what they should be doing, leading to procrastination. There is a feeling of tiredness and an insufficient interest to carry out anything in their life. This procrastination also can be developed after any post traumatic stress. I had a patient with such symptom and where Hornbeam had helped him a lot. Going to schools or colleges after long break means they had a very relaxing vacation without being active into any of the activities. That is why when the school is restarted, then they will lose interest to attend it. They have they cannot do the day purposes very well, and their enthusiasm is much less. The child will be having or learning capacity will be reduced. Symptoms of indolence and absence of interest. They will constantly get bored. I see many children that they see who bored हो. I am getting bored. कुछ दो, कुछ और करने के लिए दीजिए. They keep on jumping from one or the other things because they are not interested in what they are doing. They are not satisfied with what they are doing. And by doing this, they do not complete their task. Mostly, this will be much related to the children rather than adults. Yes, adults also have procrastination habit, but that is not being understood by themselves also that this is said as procrastination. They also do delay in many things. We will not find much of adults coming with that symptoms, but the children, even the teenagers, when this procrastination is persistent, when the delay is there in each and everything what they should be doing, there will be piled up of work they have to do. When there will be such piled of work will be there, then there will be development of anxiety. So these after the other, and this is not the thing which can develop suddenly. It can be from years together, which has been unworked upon it. And then they will again lose their interest. They will refuse to do their work. They will not have that inspiration to do it. This is also found. They will get confused, or that anxiety will be affected or being seen or observed before their exams also. And obviously, when they have not done anything throughout their routine days, then they will lose confidence because they cannot present the way they should do. So, each and everything, the symptomatology, when the patient comes to us, there will be a set of symptoms. But the ultimate theme, if we can bring out from the patient, then the cure gets better. That we all know that we keep on asking the patient until we cannot, or which is leading to their perfect sensation, or from where the root cause of symptom is being began or started. So a feeling of difficulty in starting their week. That is why it is a remedy which is said as when there is laziness, tiredness, fatigue, doesn't want to do it. They will keep on lingering at night, will not be having good sleep, and they will not be able to start their routine on Monday. They feel each and every task as a huge burden upon them because they have previous tasks to be completed. They have exhausted routine. So, like factory workers, clerks, or office staff, bankers, executives. We see those who are in bank or even IT professionals. They have a lot of burden about their work because they have targets to be fulfilled. The bankers have lots of office works to be done, and IT professional have lot of targets to be fulfilled. In that fulfilling about that targets, they will keep on doing the other work and the previous work. And when such thing occurs, then that will lead to procrastination. There will be energy deficit. They will not have the impulse or to do something as they ignore certain opportunities. And hence, when they keep on doing it, they physically also they will the way mentally there is deficiency in their energy to do certain work. That will also be reflected into the physical sphere, and that will also lead to the lack of motivation and tiredness. Included other pet remedies because the way the physical symptoms are, that is reflected in the pet. So as here also one of the symptom is given, when the pets are sluggish, they are lethargic, they do not do the daily activities as they used to do, then hornbeam can be given to them. As a person, as we saw, they will deadlines, they will lose their routines and they will not be doing the task, so they are unable to take the new task. What would be the physical symptoms we can see in this remedy? There can be redness in eyes, sedentary lifestyle, weakness. Sedentary lifestyles will again bring a lot many diseases within, and there can be a huge lifestyle disorders followed by that type of lifestyle. Weakness and shaky legs where hornbeam and scleranthus can be used. Vaccine fever does not like to wake up due to weakness. So after vaccination, if fever is there again, this can be used. Any type of liver disorders and the vitality remedy. So it can also help to increase the immune system. Because of stagnation, when there is stagnation on the physical mental plane, similarly the stagnation can be on the physical, so the blood flow is affected, and because of persistently sitting or doing one thing at one place, there will be development of varicose veins, as they will be having sedentary lifestyle, having lifestyle disorders, they will be dependent upon many of the drugs too. So what is the positive potential here? It will help to give the mental clarity, recharge their batteries. So they will have the effect, they will feel that, yeah, what they are doing is not the right way they should be doing. And that will help them to come out of that state and bring the energy back. They can be more focused and they can prioritize their tasks. They can improve their focus, they can improve their concentration, and the work, whatever they are doing, that can be faster. So it will help remove the procrastination, overcome the procrastination. They develop their purpose, why they are doing. They will be able to define their goals. Once one person is able to define their goal, their purpose, then it leads them or it shows there will be which will open up. So it will give the clarity of mind and boost the motivation also. Once the mind is clear, the task can be performed faster. When the task can be performed faster, then their procrastination will be surely removed, but they will get more clearer about their path, their journey, or what they should be doing further in life. So we did with four remedies: Cerato, Gentian, Gorse, Hornbeam, this Scleranthus. The fifth remedy for today, Scleranthus is having indecisiveness and uncertainty. Here the uncertainty, there is indecisiveness. Cerato also have this indecisiveness, but Cerato didn't have the self-worth. The realization of their own self wasn't there. Here the mind is confused and leading to indecisiveness. They are like a pendulum oscillating from one side to another. They are not certain and always confused. Mentally, they will lose their balance, lack of balance in making correct decision. They will have alternating symptoms, like from sadness to happiness, constipations alternating with diarrhea, swings, the change of mood will be there. They will be certain times very much happy, which turns into tearful mood. So there will be alternating symptoms on physical planes as well as mental plane. Sorry, I'm unable to. It doesn't take help to resolve their issues. Like what in Cerato, Cerato were taking help others to clear out their doubts. They were dependent, so much dependent upon the others that they considered them as their gurus. While in Scleranthus, they will not be taking any type of help from others to resolve their issues. Only into their thoughts, and they will not take that help from others. It is not only indicated for people who suffer from lack of ability to make decision, but also effect in curing the mental state of confusion, helplessness. Again, they will lose opportunities like Cerato because they are wasting their time in taking decision. And these all things because they here if we see in each and every remedy, the theme is not understood by the patient themselves so well. But the loops or the creation of symptomatology follows with these themes. They will keep on making excuses and delay their work. They are again having, as a child, lazy mood. They will be keeping on eating at short intervals, which will affect their digestion. They will have delayed speech and walk. Sleep often gets scolding for not doing. They will not be completing their work at home. They are also considered as grasshopper because they keep on missing their opportunities as they keep on jumping from one to another. Physically, there will be indecisiveness in mental and physical plane. Giddiness can be there. Jerky movements of the bodies are also seen in remedy. Shaking of body, that is again jerky movements. Unsteadiness of gait. Motion sickness rejuvenates the it also have the effect of wrinkle of the skin. There can also be disorders like bipolar disorders because there are alternating symptoms. There can be bipolar disorder, there can be schizophrenia, maniac disorders. Memory can be affected, there can be vertigo and multiple personality disorders also. Positive potential, that is they find emotional equilibrium, the balance of their emotions that can be disturbing with their mood can be corrected. They will become more decisive. Their indecisiveness can be overcome and reduce emotional oscillation. So thinking from one aspect to another or changing the mood from one to another is also being reduced. They can adapt the change, find stability in uncertainty, and make their choices with confidence. They will become calm, they will become more resilient, and they will be able to handle the situations which they were not being able to do in the past. Again, a case of a patient, a widow aged 40 years old, who was about to get married but could not take the decision. Her mind was in constant conflict and continually in a whirl to what to do. Sometimes was very much cheerful and sometimes she was very sad and wanted to do many things together, but was much lethargic. Clarinthus for her indecisiveness and varying mood, and wild oat to help her to be more definite about her life was given, and she got happily married after. Now we have come to our last remedy, that is, there is future. So how beautifully Dr. Batch have given various aspects of uncertainty in all 6 steps of remedy, where the themes are so different, but and which leads to symptoms one after the other. Uncertainty about future. It is they cannot decide about their future goals. They want to do something, but they cannot fix up their direction, that what they should be doing. When the goal is not being defined, they will be keeping on confusing themselves from selecting one or the other aspect of their life. But they are not sure about how they should be doing and when they should be doing. They are having ambition. This is not so that they are not ambitious. They are not dull mentally. They are having ambition. They are talented. But the clarity is not there about what they should opt for. And they will again keep on trying many career options. So sometimes we may get such patients, and we do get. Okay, मैंने इसमें admission ले लिया, I had taken the admission into it, but I felt that this is not the right thing for me. Then I went into another, and by this they again waste their current years, which will be affected in their future. So their future decisions are not sure. So this remedy will give the clarity for their life purposes and direction, where there will be discovering of their true passion, true purpose of life. They will have focus on what they have to do, and they will be able to prioritize their goals very well. They will develop a sense and meaning in their life, and that connect to their values, their passion. They will overcome feelings of restlessness because their mind is contented now. Their mind have the clarity of their path. So they will be mentally or physically, the restlessness can be improved. It can again boost enthusiasm to do what they want to do for their future, develop a sense of commitment. Once the future goals are being decided very well, they will be able to dedicate their luck, their time, dedicate their current state for future aspirations. It helps to stay happy and enjoy their life, helps to grow, initiate the change. It may happen because of over parenting also. This state can also be achieved where there is confusion of future because of over parenting. And they will not be able to decide because each and every decision of their life were being taken by their parents. So their future goals were not being done or thought about the same by themselves. As a child, they have generally dominating parents, as we saw, and that can lead to lack of decision. They have various types of emotions also, like getting bored, being loathing of life, unfulfillment, dissatisfaction, discontented, and purposeless. The meaning of their life is lost somewhere. For such people also, this remedy can be used. That is wild oat. There is a case of a patient where about a month ago, I felt myself going down and down. I felt so many things together, a mess within me that seemed to call for 6 or 7 remedies. Then I remembered Wild Oat and that you had advised me to find my place in life and to give myself to wholeheartedly. So the patient is saying, as the doctor had prescribed this remedy before also. So last week I took that dose. The next morning, cold that was beginning to develop suddenly cleared away. My interest in life returned and I began to feel myself. I know I must take up again and many interests I have outside the home and could feel the wrapping of self-love. One reader writes here, I am finding a mixture of olive, wild oat, and wine, a wonderful tonic for plants in the garden that have suffered from frost or other causes. So here we can also give this remedy to plants also, to animals also, to any age group without any bar. And the beauty of this remedy is that it is only in 30 potency. There are no confusions about the potency selection. There are no confusion about how it should be administered or how many times a day it should be administered. It can be given 3 times a day for a prolonged period of time without giving a gap. That let us observe the result and then we will decide the current dose. It can be given continuously without producing any other symptoms into the patient. And once the patient gets better, these remedies can be completely stopped. So, batch flower remedies work wonderful in all such emotional state where we saw that uncertainty was being cleared up so well with all of the 6 remedies. There are few cases also of other remedies together. There is a case of depression, lack of self-confidence. This was a case of 2000. I had referred many books for these cases where one of the book by Krishnamurti sir that the cases were described and the other book was by Dr. Vora where again these cases were described. A patient named Anil Kumar, aged 30 years, complained of depression, impatience, lack of self-confidence since his school days. He talked very fast and sometimes his speech became unintelligible. He is conscious of this fault, and this has very often stood in the way of his progress in life. Fear and lack of confidence started the moment he wants to utter a word. Even when he wants to utter a word, this thought provoked in him. He thinks that he is more capable than his colleagues, but due to stammering, he is left behind. He felt much He feels much satisfaction on completion of any of his work, and he wants to get rid of his fear and depression for which he took regular treatment 2 years without any benefit from a psychiatrist. Now here he was given wild chestnut, then mimulus, then Cerato, impatience, 3 times a day. He had relief in and walnut also was given. He had relieved in the sleep during night and he woke up fresh in the morning, and the main trouble was that he had fear and lack of self-confidence before starting to speak. So again another combination was given, hornbeam, mimulus large, and Cerato. Again the symptoms were being observed and his sleep got better, which continued to be good, and then the other remedies were prescribed. So here the sequence of different remedies are given, that if the symptomatology changes somewhere, then the other remedies can be given and the case can be worked up. It is not necessary that once the symptoms are, as we do with our homeopathic remedies, when we prescribe to a patient and the patient is better, or if we there is a call for second prescription or making a change, then we do give the remedies which are following well each other or which are complementing the action of the previous one, or we also see if the symptomatology is changed, then we give the second remedy which is the best suitable remedy into that case. So similarly in batch flower remedies also, if there are changes in the symptoms, the other remedies also can be used, or the combination of the remedies can be changed. Here in this case, expectant, he has been without medicine for, he was, except for sleep, which continues to be good, the progress seems to be very slow. He had felt that the progress is slow. So impatience was given. Impatience was also introduced before also. Now, when he was being treated again, his old depression had come back. So even here also the old symptoms reappear if the direction of symptom is right, as we see with the remedies which we give into the potentized form. There is another case of fibroid in uterus, where a 47-year-old female complained of irregular uh, periods with profuse menses. She was given Sabina first at 200 potency and 4 doses at 3 hours interval. She was relieved 50%. And then the calcarea iode also was given, but along with that, our BACH flower remedies were also administered. HB is hornbeam, then olive, then wild chestnut, then walnut, then Cerato, then mimulus. Again with calcarea. So with our batch flower remedies, which we can surely give or prescribe our constitutional remedies or the remedies which are pertaining to that particular symptom. I think this is the last case where we'll end up. Another case of 37-year-old. She was depressed and was unhappy. She was imagining some naked sword hung in front of her, which would decimate her any moment. And she was speechless and terrified. Here she was given aconite 10 as single dose, followed by wild chestnut, rescue remedy, Cerato mimulus, and red chestnut, which was able to cure her symptoms.
And doctor, we are just only 1 minute. We can close the session, and you can have another
Yes,
session.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It is complete. Complete. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Devangi Pandya. It's really a very good session indeed. You really show the beauty of these bachelor remedies in this presentation. Hope only 1 minute remaining. If anybody want to uh, have a question, you can raise your hand so that Doctor will answer your query. Now I invite Dr. Rambaresa sir to say a few words, and then you.
Thank you, Dr. Dhaneji, and everyone. Namaskar and congratulations, Dr. Devangi Pandya. Very nice presentation, excellent session. Describe the batch flower remedy. Batch flower remedy is a good remedy, emotional, emotional remedy. Uh, my clinic rescue is a very important remedy, emergency remedy. And कहे जो है रॉक रोल fear remedy. So very very thanks Dr. Devangi Pandya or flower, any flower prevention of all diseases, any flower, डोर प्रिवेंशन ऑफ पेन, दरवाजे पर यदि फूल है तो समझिए बीमारी से बचाव है. एनी फ्लावर ऑफ प्रिवेंशन ऑफ पेन ऑल डिजीजेज. तो वेरी वेरी थैंक्स डॉक्टर देवांगी पांडे.
Thank you, sir.
पूरे
Thank you.
IFPH प्लेटफॉर्म, पूरे कमिटी, थैंक यू, वेरी वेरी थैंक्स.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Again presentation. Thank you.
Yes, yes. There are some queries in the chat box. Of course, we can have a discussion later in the coming edition of our doctor's presentation. Those who want to, doctor, if possible, doctor can give the answers to the chat box by writing there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it is the time to wind up the session. Tomorrow we will have a session from Dr. Neha Katadia, and Doctor will be talking about usefulness of Indian homeopathic medicines. That's a very big subject. All of you can join by using the same link that you used today. Please join tomorrow at the same time. We will upload the video of the today's presentation tomorrow itself. Those who missed, I can watch it again tomorrow. Thank you all. Thank you once again, Dr. Devangi Pandya, and all participants. Right. Good night. It's over to Dr. Mariam Bajo to moderate the Malayalam session.
നന്ദി ദിനേശ് ഡോക്ടർ.